to throw in the end zone, open receiver, touchdown.
Welcome to the Big 12 football preview. Wendell Barnhouse and Kristen here to discuss Week 10 in college football. Tuesday night, the first college football playoff poll was released, and I gotta say, I can't believe we're already this far along in the season. So Wendell, to start us off, what are the top things we've learned about the Big 12 so far?
Well, right now, it's obvious that there's three teams that are still pretty much in the running as far as making the Final Four of the college football playoff. TCU, K-State, and Baylor are in position to make a run. Now, never mind the fact that the first rankings had three SEC teams in the top four spots, because two of those teams, number 3 Auburn, number 4 Ole Miss, they're playing Saturday, and one is going to be done. Now, what I've learned so far is what I've really always known. It ain't over till it's over. Let the season play out. Saturday is just November 1st. We're just reaching the stretch run.
That brings us to our game of the week, where two highly touted quarterbacks will face off. It's Clint Trickett against Trayvon Boykin when TCU plays West Virginia Saturday in Morgantown. Now, I know home field advantage will play a factor here, so Wendell, what are the difference makers in this ballgame?
Well, this is interesting as far as TCU's offense, which has really turned around this season. Already in just 4 Big 12 games, Horned Frogs have scored 219 points. Last season, in 9 Big 12 games, they scored just 188 points. Now, this game Saturday is kind of like one of those Disney movies where the parent and the child switch identities or personalities. TCU, known for its defense, leading the Big 12 in offense, and West Virginia, known for its offense, is playing some lockdown defense. For the month of October, West Virginia leads the Big 12 in defense and is 4th nationally in third down defense. Now, over the last 10 quarters, opposing quarterbacks are completing just 48.1% against the Mountaineers. That enough stats for you? Now, in its last home game, the Mountaineers shut down Baylor. They were coming off a 61-point game. Now, Saturday, they face TCU, which scored a league record 82 points. Just another day in the Big 12.
I think the movie you're thinking of is Freaky Friday, but in this case it takes place on a Saturday.
Right.
Well, another primetime matchup takes place Saturday night when Kansas State hosts Oklahoma State. The Cowboys have lost their last 2 games, both to ranked opponents. Now, Oklahoma State needs to find a way to either slow down the Wildcats or get back to scoring like they were at the beginning of the season.
Right, and for K-State, they've got 5 games remaining, and this is one of probably their easier games coming up. Now, Bill Snyder has said this week that his defense is improving its fundamentals each week. Bad news for Oklahoma State. Last Saturday, the Wildcats shut down a Texas team that was coming off a 48-point effort, and Oklahoma State has multiple problems on offense that all adds up to a lack of scoring punch. Just 19 points in the last 2 games, just 1 touchdown by the offense in the last 10 quarters.
Here's a look at the full slate of Big 12 games for Saturday. What else stands out to you, Wendell?
Well, it's always fascinating when Texas goes out to Lubbock and plays at Texas Tech. Now, Saturday is the 6-year anniversary of Michael Crabtree's late TD catch that upset the top-ranked Longhorns. Also, Saturday's game is interesting to me because it's when you base it on last week's outcomes, because Texas was shut out for the first time in a decade, while Texas Tech allowed the most points in Big 12 history, so who knows what's going to happen.
Time for our stat of the week, which goes back to the first game we talked about, TCU, West Virginia. In case you didn't know, ESPN's College Game Day is in Morgantown for this one.
That's right, Kristen, and your students are already camping out in Morgantown. Monday, at last count, there were 80 tents in line waiting. Now, TCU, though, is 3-0 when College Game Day is present. The Frogs beat BYU and Utah in 2009 and Utah in 2010, so they got that going for them.
We'll find out Saturday if they can keep their game day record clean. That's it for Week 10. For Wendell Barnhouse and Kristen, thanks for watching the Big 12 Digital Network.